So this video is to show you some different lunge variations. We're going to do some forward lunges, some backward lunges, some lunges from the bottom up. And the idea is wherever you're at in your rehab process, you can start small steps, small lunge down, and then progress larger steps and further down, and then start to add weight. So to start with some forward lunging, I'm going to step forward with my right leg and come down, back up, okay, and back. Again, right leg, down, and back. And you can vary that knee angle, so you can do some lunging where the knee comes forward. That's perfectly fine. You can vary that knee angle forward or a little to the outside, even a tiny bit to the inside, unless any of that gives you pain. But then also work on some lunging where the bend happens by letting the booty come out and the back knee dropping down. Okay, now you could be holding weight in this hand, and you could just stay here going up and down, or you can be coming fully back. Okay, so that's your front lunge. Your back lunge is going to be similar. To start with a mini one, you might just come back like this, part way down, and back up. Okay. Now, what I recommend for somebody that's working and progressing on this is to have a marker on the floor, some kind of tape or a marker with your mat, something that you're aiming for with that back leg and where you plant that front foot. Okay, so that you're just stepping back, coming down a little bit, and back. And you can progress by going gradually over time, stepping back further, and lowering down further. Very gradual with that. Okay. Stepping, you can just go back and forth or start to drop down. And then, of course, adding weight to that. And again, this knee could be more forward or it could be here. Variation is key, and play with it each set. Do something a little bit different. The more that you have your knee back, it tends to put a little more work in the glutes. More knee forward tends to put more work in the quads, and both is fine. It depends what you want to work on. And if you need to avoid pain by moving in a different way, go ahead and do that. Nothing wrong with that, but eventually you want to be able to move in all of those different ways if possible. Okay, now another way to work on your lunge is from the bottom up and being in a half kneel position. You could have padding under your knee. If this is sore on your knee, have those back toes tucked under. I'm going to grab a weight to play with here. Okay. And then you might just start by coming up and down a few inches. Okay. And I'm doing that with weight. Of course, you could do it with no weight. And over time, you're coming up further. Okay. So that's working on your lunge from the bottom up. And again, playing with angles, you could be adding a little twist to it if you want to make it more dynamic, twisting and rotating with the lunge if you want to challenge your balance and get a little bit of core work in there with some breathing. So those are just some fun ways to play with your lunge and start to progress yourself if you're dealing with pain in any area, whether it's hip, knee, ankle, that you progress your lunges slowly and gradually by using some of these variations. Have fun.